Hello, hello. And now I see that we are on Facebook. So hello, Facebook community. Thank you all for being here. Well, y'all might be watching it either this morning or maybe watching the recording. But thank you all for being here for day number 704. And I am your facilitator today, Kadeem. And as you can see, the session topic for today is 4 ways to get rid of anxiety ASAP. So I'm going to just be sharing 4 practical things that we can do that are very easy, very simple, that you can implement into your life immediately to get rid of anxiety. I'm also going to be sharing, what exactly is anxiety? Where does it come from? So starting off with that, I'll share some practical tools. We might experiment with a few things and make it a bit interactive, so I'm not just talking the entire time. Then we'll end with a Q&A. And that's it. And that's going to be the half an hour. And it's going to be great and nice and short and sweet. Let's see who else is here in the Zoom space. We have Rachel. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, I know it's early. It's 7 a.m. But y'all are here. I know there are some folks in the Zoom space and Facebook space. Y'all are here every morning at 7 a.m. And then thank y'all for y'all consistency to get these amazing jewels and gems every morning. Let's see who else is here. We have Marie. Hello. Good morning, Grand Rising. Thank you all.
Good morning.
Here. Thank you. And let's see who. Oh, someone said something in the chat. Rachel, blessings. Thank you so much. Blessings to all. Now I'm going to stop talking. We're going to watch this video, and then I'll be back shortly after.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together.
Amazing. Hello, folks. Good morning, Grand Rising. Thank you all for being here this morning. I'm your facilitator for today, Kadeem. And today's topic, talking about 4 ways to get rid of anxiety ASAP. So we're going to get right into it. Before we do, I just want to honor the other folks who are helping me look amazing today. So we have our background people. We have John Carl, who is the main admin for today. We might be hearing his voice throughout the session, helping out and assisting in all the ways that he does. And also Denise, who's also in the background, you might be hearing her voice also in the background doing her thing and sort of connecting with folks on Facebook. So thank you all for supporting and allowing me to do what I do best. So let's just think about this for a bit. So we think about anxiety. Anxiety is very much connected to stress, very much connected. But in many ways, anxiety is a bit different than stress. When we think about stress, though, we can think about it really in 2 ways. Usually we think about stress as being bad. say, oh, I'm so stressed out. Oh, it's just a lot happening. I'm so stressed, which is true. But realizing that there's actually two forms of stress. Yeah. There's actually good stress and there's bad stress. Good stress is called eustress, not like you. I mean, it sounds like you, like pointing at you, but it's actually spelled EU, EU and then stress. And that's good stress. Good stress are things like maybe the feelings that you get before you're about to do a presentation, or if there's any creatives or artistic people on the line today, that feeling that you might feel before you're about to present something to an audience. It could be the feelings that you might feel before you're about to get married. It could be the feelings that you feel right before you're about to have a child. It could be the feeling that you feel right before you get on a roller coaster. These are like good stress, usually. Eustress. Then there's distress, D-I-S, distress. And that's the more bad stress. And you get that when maybe you feel sick, or if you're attending a funeral, or you're unemployed, or you were working for a long time, didn't recently get unemployed, the loss of a loved one, taking on too much work, not getting enough sleep, and dare I say, living through a pandemic. All elements of distress. Now, realizing that for some people, like, eustress can be different compared to distress, and distress different. Like, they could be different for different people. So for example, for me, I said that like going on a roller coaster for some people is eustress because they like the thrill. For me, roller coaster, that's distress for me. I do not like roller coasters, do not like them. I'm the person that's like, all right, people, give me all your bags. I'll hold your bags while you go up to the roller coaster and have fun. Because roller coasters for me, distress. Do not like them. They cause me like anxiety. Anxiety. So, difference between stress and anxiety. What's the difference? So, stress is something that you might feel. It might perhaps make you sick. It might give you a sense of distress, to give you a sense of unease. Anxiety is like that to the 10th power. So anxiety in many ways stops you from living your life. It prevents you from moving forward in the best way you need to. Now realize, I'm not giving it to you based off of the maybe psychiatric version of anxiety, but this is how it manifests for people, is that it usually prevents people from moving forward, living their life fully, because it holds them back from doing something. Me, roller coasters, not just stress, anxiety. I'm not going on a roller coaster. That gives me anxiety. So that holds me back from doing something. So anxiety is when you're held back from doing something that maybe you need to do to continue life, maybe something that maybe you want to do, but it's just too many things are happening at once. So you feel a sense of anxiety. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like too much. So there are 4 things that I generally tell people to do if they're feeling anxious. So this is like beyond the distress and they feel anxious. You can also use these things if you're in a moment of distress as well, because these are also very helpful. But if you're feeling anxious, these are also great to do. I like to say if there's moments in which that hold you back, moments in which maybe you can't necessarily get to your therapist or a psychiatrist or something, and it's like you're having a moment, like these are 4 things you can do to help reset yourself so that you're not as anxious, and so that the anxiety lessens for you so you can move forward in life. So the first one I'm going to share is something that we do every day. Every day. What's that? Breathing. Easy, simple breathing. Now we breathe every day, right? But usually we don't think about it because our body, for most of us, our body does it for us. We breathe, go throughout our day. That's it. So the way, though, to help combat anxiety and distress with your breathing is mainly to manipulate it and slow it down. Usually. There's a way you can also kind of speed it up in some way, and that will also help to regulate. But just for all intents and purposes, we're going to use the sort of slower method, because usually when the breathing is slower, then things tend to slow down. Like if you're in this moment in space in which you're like, oh my gosh, things are moving so fast, I don't know what's happening. If you breathe slower, things will tend to mentally and emotionally slow down for you. So let's try this short exercise, shall we? Let's make it a bit interactive. So then after we do this, we'll get to some of the comments. So I want you to think about something that maybe gives you a bit of anxiety, just a bit. Keyword here is a bit of anxiety. So don't be like, I'm gonna do the thing that gives me a whole bunch of anxiety and we're gonna get rid of that right now. A bit. So something that maybe causes you some distress, okay? Just think about that for a moment. Give you like 10 seconds. And just think about it, realizing that you're thinking about it to then relieve it. I like to say, you feel it to reveal it, you reveal it to heal it. So you're revealing it in this moment to do some sort of healing. So bringing it up, the thing that gives you distress, anxiety. Okay. Okay, good. Now stop. Now I'm gonna lead you through this exercise called square breathing. So you're gonna breathe in for 4 counts, pause for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts, pause for 4 counts. We're gonna do a few rounds of this. Okay, so here we go. And breathe in, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, last time, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and start to come back. Open your eyes. Okay. How do we feel now? So compared to when you thought about the situation that brought you distress or anxiety, how are you feeling now? You can write it in the chat. You can unmute and say something.
Well, I'm feeling much more relaxed, so I'll start it out
Much more relaxed. Thank you, Denise.
and concentrated.
Good. Some of y'all, that's okay. I guess y'all went back to sleep. That's great.
I'll
We
share a
great
little.
time.
I'll share a little. After the breathing exercise, I didn't even remember what it was I thought about that made me feel stressed. That wouldn't normally make me feel stressed.
That's great. That's great. Thank you, John, for sharing. Yeah. Very simple. Very easy to do. Just taking a moment to pause. And that was like 45 seconds. Imagine if you set a timer and did it for 2 minutes. I generally tell people to do it for about 2 minutes because on average, that's usually a good time to do it, to kind of like fully and thoroughly get rid of it, especially if it's like really intense. I told you to think about something that wasn't that intense so we can kind of do it, you know, quickly in 45 seconds. But if you have a really intense moment, you do that for 2 minutes. I mean, major change, major. Okay, I see that there's comments in the chat.
Tracy Ann says, wow, I feel much better. I haven't done square breathing in a while. She felt like she meditated for 10 minutes, even though it wasn't that long.
That's great. It's good.
And Deborah said her shoulders relaxed. Kay Sweetness said it was good for her to pause for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jackie is struggling with breathing since post-COVID because the breathing is the anxiety right now. But I did calm down a little. And they want to talk more with her.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that, Jacqueline. Yeah, I know, you know, there's some people that, you know, have some long-term effects from COVID things. And I know you mentioned that was the anxiety, but even with that still being the anxiety, you still calm down a bit, right? So it still had some sort of effect, right? But that's why I'm here. To share one way, but to share 4 ways, okay? So if you like the breathing is like, oh, that's a lot. It's like, oh, that's too much, you know, to do because, you know, different things are happening in our lives. So way number 2, I'm gonna share that you can help relieve anxiety ASAP. Second thing is environment. So simply changing your environment. So all the ways and all the times in which you might have said, or someone else might have said after something that might have happened in a particular space, you might say, I need to just go out and get some air. Or I can't be here right now. I have to go somewhere else. Why is that? Because internally, you know, if you change your environment and go somewhere else, that actually begins to release some of the stress and the anxiety. So realizing if you're in a moment in which you're like, oh, I feel so anxious, sometimes just going to a different space actually helps to break up some of the distress and anxiety. There's many ways to explain this in regards to the science behind it, in regards to changing environment, because when you're in a particular place, something might have happened. Sometimes the surroundings of the place still kind of remind you of that distress and anxiety in the same way people might have or experience trauma in one particular place. And they're like, I can't go back to that place because that place was a place of trauma, because the environment holds that energy. It holds the energy, but then also your recollection of the environment also holds that energy as well within your body and within your mind and your emotions. So just changing your environment. Sometimes though, you can't always change your environment depending on where you're at. Right? So sometimes during moments of COVID, people were locked down. They couldn't really go anywhere. Actually, this is actually one of the things I told people. I said, well, if you can necessarily go anywhere, you can at least change your environment from one room to the other. Some folks were like, well, I really can't change my room because, you know, I live in a studio apartment. Where am I going to go? You still go from one room to the other, go from the open studio to the bathroom. That's a change of environment. But I also tell people sometimes the change of environment can just be you changing things within the environment. So if you're in a space where maybe you can't necessarily get out or whatever, because in whatever your space you're in, you can't necessarily move. If you change the furniture in the environment, that is almost like an environment change of you going somewhere else, of like you leaving somewhere else because things are oriented in a different way. So changing the furniture in a different way, putting pictures and posters in a different way, that begins to change the internal frame of the environment, which also then in turn changes your internal frame as well. Environment. So the first one is breathing. Second one is environment. Okay. Third one is posture. Okay. Posture. So if you think about someone that's feeling depressed, sad, is their posture like this? I'm depressed. I'm sad. Yes. That makes no sense. Right? No. Their posture is usually what? Low, hunched over, which is the reason why some of us are experiencing a lot of distress and anxiety and maybe depression, especially young people. Why? Because we got these things, huh? The phone. And when we got the phone, what are we doing? Are we like this? Sometimes if we're taking a selfie, it's like this, but most of the time it's not. We're down here like this. The physiology affects the psychology. We think it's the other way around. The mind affects the body. The psychology affects the physiology, but the physiology of the body can also affect the psychology as well. So simply just changing your posture from one that is hunched over or down, simply changing it to a space of grandiose, thinking about someone that's confident, someone that's happy, their chest is up and out, maybe their arms are up in this like victorious position, like they're a winner. They actually did a study with this blind people who have not seen at all, like in their life. When they run a race or do a competition and they win, the first thing they do, hands go up, chest is out. Now, why would they know to do that if they haven't seen anyone do that before? Because the body internally knows, I feel good. I want to celebrate something. I feel confident. Boom, chest up, hands are up. So changing the posture. You can learn more about this as a YouTube video, a TED Talk called Power Poses, which teaches you the science behind how posing is helpful and starts to actually change the neurology of our entire system. Just like doing different poses. It's powerful. Okay, so that's 3. Okay, last one. So the first one was breathing. Second one was environment, changing your environment. Third one was posture, changing your posture. Fourth and last one is state, changing your state. So not like, I don't know, going from New York to California, New York to Washington, okay, changing a physical state, but changing your internal state. So realizing there are these moments in which like we're having a conversation with someone, you know, things are flowing. Then the other person might change the topic. And it's like, wait, don't change the topic. But it's changed. And then it's like, wait, what were we talking about before? You can't remember. It's because the person changed the topic. That's an example of a state change. Going from one topic to the other changes the previous state, the previous mental state, the previous emotional state. So if you're feeling sad, anxious, depressed, distressed, saying, nope, okay, I'm gonna stop what's happening right now and change my state to something that feels better. And change the state, you can just engage in things that make you feel happy. So maybe for you, maybe that's gardening, maybe that's journaling, maybe that's dancing, maybe that's watching funny cat videos. I don't know. Watching Kevin Hart. I don't know. Something that changes your state so that you break that initial state of however you're feeling and go to a state that's more happy, positive, calm. So changing the state. Those are the 4 things. breathing, environment, posture, state. You can do all of those things like individually, which is helpful. But guess what? If you layer all 4 of those on in every single instance, like you'll be like, huh? What was my anxiety? What is anxiety? What is that thing? Because you all mentioned how the breathing already was beneficial in some way. So imagine if you did the breathing, plus you change your environment, plus you change your posture, just adjust your posture, plus you change your state. Amazing. Amazing things can happen. Amazing things can happen. And then there are those times in which maybe you realize, I might need to see somebody. Because realizing I'm giving you things you can do on your own. Or realizing that at times we all need some help in life. So realizing that if you are having something like deeply happening within you, to go see someone. Go see a therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist. Go see your next door wellness practitioner. Huh? This guy? Or anyone that practices wellness to sort of help you overcome certain distress, anxiety. Because again, we all need help. You know, we are all here for a purpose. And even in living our purpose, we're here to help. We're also here to receive help. No one can do anything on their own. So I know there's the chat is going off. I just see notifications happening. So I'm gonna let John call.
Yes. And it's pretty funny too. I have to read this comment coming from Jackie. It's pretty hilarious, but I know it worked because it looked like she used all 4 ways in her experience and example here. She said, yes, during COVID, I took trips to the living room, the other bedroom, the front and backyard. I actually packed my clothes, LOL.
Love it. That's great, Jackie. Yes, that's great. Love it. Beautiful.
Yes, and there was, of course, a lot of comments and feedback in regards to Jackie's comment. And let's see, there's also, she said, I also took a beach chair.
But see, this is what you do, right? To really make it fun for yourself and have a great time. That's great, Jackie. Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely. She has another comment from Jackie here says, yes, I have been doing a lot of state change lately. Family issues, I have run from the stuff for months and now I'm facing things. Yes. We have a comment from Facebook. Amelia Blake says, going for a drive tends to change my state. It also allows me to appreciate nature around me.
Yes, nature is beautiful. Being out in nature is amazing. I know some people live in New York City, a concrete jungle, but sometimes just like walking outside and maybe standing near a tree, because nature gives you a whole bunch of amazing negative ions and all the science that says how nature is beautiful and amazing. Just getting out in nature and just getting outside and getting some of those negative ions is helpful for the body also. In the mind.
Yeah. You know, there are definitely pockets of nature here in the concrete jungle, and there's so much other stuff to appreciate. When I go for walks in the morning, I usually appreciate my neighborhood. I see people walking with their pets and just the interaction and the love that you can feel in the action of them walking their pets. Definitely changes my state. Yeah. And you know, walking along the park, you know, and in every neighborhood their parks or their trees. You know, we're coming into the change of season right now, so they may not be available, but you know, just appreciating and knowing that they're there. Calms my mind and release the anxiety. I mean, thank you for these 4 ways here. A couple of people have repeated them in the chat, and you know, breathing, environment, posture, and changing state. Beautiful, beautiful ways to change again. I just see another comment pop in the chat as we're speaking here. And this comes from Amelia again. She says, I have a weekly prayer partner for my emotional well-being. And I have a therapist to help work through some of my deeper emotions that are not always revealed on the surface.
It's beautiful. I mean, you are covered. You have all the coverings. You have the sort of more spiritual covering, and then you have more of the, I guess we want to call it clinical covering. Yeah, so that's great. Good. Love to hear that. That's great. Awesome.
There's another comment here from in the chat coming from Zakia, who says, going home to Bermuda is my ultimate stress reliever. And with that mention, I was speaking to Brandon yesterday, who went home to Bermuda for the same reason. He told me he got to go recharge. Amazing. So yeah, definitely going home to the Caribbean, that nice warm weather. I'm from Barbados, so I definitely know what that's like, getting away to the islands.
Yes, I love it. Yeah. Any way you can, any way you can, feel better. That's the ultimate thing, right? How are you feeling better? How are you taking care of yourself? That's important. Some people may not understand why you may do certain things, but that's okay. You're living your life. It's not, it's not their life to live. It's yours. So even if you're like, man, people are getting down on me for doing this thing that I know I love, that I do for myself, like, do the thing. I always say, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else and things are consensual, like, yeah, do it if it makes you feel better. Yeah.
In the to hear someone from the community share a little bit before we go. And I see here Jackie is saying, I needed this session this morning. Thanks, Kadeem. I'm going to invite Jackie to say thanks for herself. To come on and let's hear your voice.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jackie.
I was laying in the bed trying not to to come on. And no, I'm not coming on camera because I got my bonnet on.
That's okay. You're fine.
But yeah, I really needed that. It's been a journey these past few months. I've been a little bit absent from Woo a little bit because there's this stuff going on in my family. And I'm trying to get my PhD done, and that's a big source of anxiety. So I tried not to think about that this morning. Right. But I find myself becoming breathless. I just actually had COVID again for the second time recently. Oh, wow. So yeah, just a couple of weeks ago actually. So that's why the breathing was a little hard for me. And just holding it, not the breathing part, but just holding it. Right. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to work on that. But I've been away from walking, which is how I change my environment. It's raining right now, and it's been raining for the past couple of days. So I think I have that thing that happens when the weather, when you don't see the sun, sad, they call it. Right. I get like that in the fall if the weather's not there. But I'm going to take all of the suggestions you made, and I'm going to take the ones that I saw Amelia say, and I'm gonna get my stuff together.
I love it. That's great. There's something else, there are other ways to relieving anxiety and distress. And I just shared 4 because I know today was a half an hour session. But I could have did 7. I'm gonna give you an extra one. I know some folks here might connect with essential oils. So using essential oils,
Yes, I do. I use them every day.
Beautiful, right? So that's another one. And and there are different ways to use it. I'm not going to say too much else, but diffusing it is great, but also putting it in certain points in the body, like energetic points, also helps to relieve stress deeper as well. So yeah, it's awesome. So thank you for sharing. And thank you for being here.
I see that Amelia left the porch of Facebook and came into the main living room. I don't know if she wants to bring her voice into the conversation. Amelia?
Sure, I'm always happy to add my voice. I came in because I just wanted to feel the energy of you all and really just express my gratitude for this session this morning. I woke up just feeling some of my own residual anxiety, so the breathing really helped. And just being in these vulnerable spaces where you're able to just speak out and express. I share that I have a weekly prayer partner. And that's so vital for my own spiritual well-being. But what I'm realizing in addition to that, that has been really vital for my own relief of anxiety is just being able to speak it out. So these communities that allow me to do so, Woo being one of them, my Toastmaster community being one of them, and my just I have a personal development course that I do that I'm able to express that. So just being able to speak out what it is that you're feeling inside is just so beneficial to be able to move yourself into a different state. It doesn't always completely take away the anxiety or whatever the emotion is that you're feeling, but it allows it to, by giving voice to it, to dissipate, and you're having other solutions able to come in. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Thank you. Sometimes, yeah, just speaking it, right? Just naming the thing. As you, I like how you said that, sometimes it kind of just, takes, I guess, the initial bite, right, from it. So it's like, oh, okay, it doesn't feel as, like attack or like intense, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on and speaking.
Yeah, I have to share these comments from the chat in regards to Amelia's share. Jackie says, I love Amelia's voice. Now, that's a source of anxiety relief. And Denise says, I do also. So common. My voice is not at all. And Jackie says, keep talking, Amelia. Yes, I have been mute. Okay.
That's great. Amelia, look, you got a fan base already. You do meditation on tracks or something? Because
Well,
so
guys, I'm so this is why I love you guys so much. So thank you all for that. Thank you so much. I am actually a certified meditation coach, and recently some of my community members here, my spiritual community here, started a mindfulness app similar to Calm called Blackfulness, and it's really geared towards the Black experience of the Black stressors that we have gone through in our journey, right? Knowing that mindfulness is a tool and a practice that's beneficial for everyone on the planet, and at the same time, our community have our own unique experience of life where anxiety, depression, all of that stuff have a different meaning and a different experience just because of the journey that we've been through. So they've invited me to actually be share my voice through that platform. So I will definitely be sharing more about it as it unfolds, and you'll be able to hear my voice through it, similar to the Calm app, but it's particularly for Black folks, and it's called Blackfulness. I will put that in the chat for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Look at that. Got a chance to plug your stuff, girl. Amazing. Amazing.
That's all because of you. So thank you.
My pleasure. Look, the community has wealth, right?
Yes.
There's wealth here, wealth of resources, so realizing that, I'm the facilitator today or the teacher today, but we're all teachers. We all have something to share, all have something to offer up to help each other. So thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful.
For sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Speaking of sharing, Kadeem, let's share your special offer. So
Awesome.
you can speak on that.
Yes. So as I mentioned before, different ways to get rid of distress and anxiety, but sometimes you need help. You might need help. So this is my special offer. If you feel like you have something you really need to get rid of, something you maybe have for a while, something that's like, I feel like I can't really shake this on my own. Now is a chance to work with me one-on-one. I have certifications and training in various wellness modalities that include meditation, to energy healing, to aromatherapy, to hypnotherapy, to sound therapy. I've been out here studying and doing the work. So if you feel like there's other things you need to get rid of, some deep anxiety, trauma, stress, whatever it is, sign up for a session with me. My sessions are usually $150 for 60 minutes, but Woo community, y'all special, y'all out here. You get $99 for 60 minutes. If you want to take that offer, it's only available for the first 2 people that follow the directions here. So as you can see here, it says you pay through either one of these 3 ways. You do it through Cash App, $Kadeem1, Venmo, @Kadeem1, PayPal, Kadeem@Kadeem1.com. You do that, pay $99, and then send me an email to Kadeem@Kadeem1.com. And again, the first 2 folks that sign up and do that can have the special one-on-one offer with me for $99. I would say do that ASAP, not to cause any anxiety, because I know the last time I did this offer, like 5 folks did it. I had to tell the last 3 people, sorry, here's the money back. You gotta wait. It was only available for the first 2 people. So get on that now if that's of interest to you. If you want to reach out to me, contact me, have any questions or comments, or just kind of want to follow my thread of wellness things that I offer to the world, you can reach out to me or follow my work on Facebook. It's Kadeem1, Instagram @Kadeem1. You can also email me, Kadeem@Kadeem1.com, any questions or comments, and check out my website, Kadeem1.com. Kadeem1.com, website that has a variety of different things, from information to blogs to online courses you can take at your own leisure. It's definitely a full service website you can check out. I'll pass it on over now to Denise.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. I just want to remind you all that we have the 8th annual Motherwit Conference occurring this Friday and Saturday. You are all invited. The theme is Birthing with Gravity, Shifting the Weight, Restoring the Balance. The pre-conference opening session is the Red Tent Healing Circle, which is this Friday, the 28th, from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Saturday, we have the full day, which is 9:30 to 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. You can register and invite people to register. The link is in the chat, is https://bit.ly/motherwit2022. Make sure you register and invite. Thank you.
Thank you, Denise. Pass it on over now to John.
Thank you, Kadeem. And love offerings and donations. Here are our monthly automated love offerings. The link has been posted in the chat, and you can donate starting off with $25 a month, and there's a link for that. Also $50, $75, and $100 a month. Yeah, your contribution. And this is for our community members who are here every day, getting this wealth of information, ways on how to release anxiety ASAP, and it's worth every bit of the energy that you share with us. Again, we considered money, the aspect of money being energy. My own natural energy yields, and this is when you share and give generously, and we invite you to do so. Then coming up tomorrow, join us tomorrow, Thursday, October 27th, 2022, for Exposing Shame to Heal Shame. And this session is facilitated by our very own Mika Joseph. And you know it's going to be fire. You know it's going to be fire. She's going to be waking up that shame so you can heal it. So join us tomorrow for Mika Joseph. And for all the newcomers, we welcome you here today to this community where we come to learn, elevate, and ascend. And that's what we do here every day, all day. And you can post in the chat. Let us know. Post in the chat whether you're on Zoom or you're visiting us on Facebook. Share in the chat that you're new, and let our community welcome you with love. Embrace your essence and your presence. And again, if you're new, here's our schedule. We're here 5 days a week. Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, we're here from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And on Monday and Wednesdays, from 7 to 7:30. Our sessions are always streamed live on Facebook. And if you never want to miss a session again, you can text your Woo alerts. Text Woo Nation to the number 74121. Again, for a Woo alerts, text Woo Nation to 74121. And for a swag store, visit us at bit.ly Woo Swag. Check out our swag store today, and this is where you can support the community by purchasing items like mugs, water bottles, t-shirts and sweatshirts. It's the season for the sweatshirts again, and COVID is still COVIDing, so you can get your masks, sharing your Woo experience and letting others know that you are part of our community. And now we want to thank you and invite you to stay in touch. The first way you can stay in touch is by registering at bit.ly/Wake Up Movement. The second way you can do so is by visiting our Facebook page, our private page, bit.ly/Woo Community, and our public page at bit.ly/Woo Nation. You can also visit us on Instagram, and that handle there is at Wake Up Everybody Virtual. You can visit us on YouTube, bit.ly/Woo on YouTube, or you're invited to email us directly, info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. At this time, I'd like to stop the screen share and invite you to come off mute, share your faces, and welcome Kadeem to his love shower.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, brother.
Always.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kadeem.
Pleasure,
As
and I will
always,
see
you're a
you
peace
next
beacon in
morning.
a
I am
gift
so
store.
grateful for all of the tools that you share, the energy that you bring.
John, I'm still
How
looking for that
uplifting
wall.
you stand in the world. Thank you so much. Have an awesome family. Every time I come here, I'm so grateful to be amongst you guys. Love, love, love
Get up
you
in the
guys. Have a
morning.
fabulous day.
Looking forward to that
Everybody
app.
have a
I'm looking
fantastic
for it right
day.
now, Amelia.
Thank you, Kadeem. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Kadeem.
Thank you all.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Thank you. Bye. Goodbye.